Well, it is a mild night here in the southeastern part of the country, and it's time for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Tonight we wrap up Week 11 with a great Monday nighter, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Charbonnet will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The Falcons at 5-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ritter located his running back Robinson.
And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ritter now. That's complete to Doubs.
That one a first down pickup of 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score is Seahawks 7, Falcons 0.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Looking deep here for Doubs. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got Doubs over the middle.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Drill, 52. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here we go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive.
40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down throw coming for Ritter.
Flush to his right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Bauer. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Switch, yellow. Hut, hut.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
52 blaster. Hut.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry.
Slot man moves right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Ritter to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
I play them again in 70s next week. So I'm really not trying to show them too much. I mean, I play them in the 80s. I play them in the 80s next week.
And neither is another pick 6.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great...
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
from 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Yes, sir. I wish Henry had abilities. You see, really going now.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
16 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready up. 19 Lions. Let go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw here. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Chop 60, chop 60.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Jason Myers on for a field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll pitch it to Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
4 yards on the pickup.
On play action, they'll throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 5. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready? Cut 19! Cut 19!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Buffalo 18!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go, set!
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's Ritter.
This is caught by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Come on, set!
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready! Hustle!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He'll get that to Charbonnet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
On the set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Ready, set.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now Ritter. It's complete to Fells. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
43 rail. Set, go.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He's got the connection to Moore. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
19 Tiger.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Blaster, 6.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. That one deep for London. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Second and 10. A final shot now for Ritter.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle.